It'll be one to go this time by. Coming to the green, buddy, coming to the green. Let's go get him. Go, 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 go.
Get your motor running. Head out on the highway.
Go to the gentleman in the back and then go to Lee. Go ahead.
Jeff, the way the chase is set up, where basically a DNF can put you out, or one guy can basically dominate if he gets hot at the end of the weir, the way Jimmy did last year, who just ran away with it and wasn't contested. Do you think, can you look at the chase at this point and say the way it's set up, this has been a success for NASCAR?
Well, let's be clear. The facts of the matter last year was that Jimmy Johnson went into Homestead with a 50-some point lead on Jeff Gordon. It was a little closer than what people remember. You guys know those numbers. It wasn't a 120-point lead. It couldn't have been. Jeff Gordon averaged 5-point-something finish last year. He did, and went into the chase with more points, I believe, than Jimmy Johnson did. So Jeff Gordon waved the white flag, if you remember, and said the race was over, but one hiccup by the 48 car, and the race wasn't over. I'm sure that he has a bigger lead right now today than what Jimmy had last year. 86, thank you. You're on the ball there, Poole. That's pretty impressive. Where'd you look it up? Okay. The point system, it's kind of funny. When we have teams that are winning races and doing really well, we always say, well, these guys ought to get more points. Okay? And then when we have years where that guys are running well and winning and getting more points than everybody else, we say, well, they're getting too many points. Our point system rewards consistent finishes. It rewards winning. You know, it is what it is. If Jimmy Johnson goes into Homestead with the thing already wrapped up, or if Greg Biffle goes into Homestead with a thing already wrapped up, I don't know what we could do different. I mean, we've moved the thing now where it's a playoff system for 10 races. Most years have been compelling years. Not every year is going to be. But I don't think that a point change is required. I think that it's required, the teams are required to do a better job. You know, it's if Jimmy Johnson or Greg Biffle or Carl Edwards goes into Homestead with a 100-point lead, shame on us for letting him do it. It's not the point system fault, it's the competitor's fault. That's my view of it. Now, having said that, there's always better ways to do stuff. But I think we've already done a tremendous amount to try to make sure that we have interest in point races with the chase system. And I think for the most part we have had good chases.
We'll go Lee, and then Dwight, and then in the corner, and then we'll wrap it up. So we got three more. Go ahead.
Lee Spencer, Fox Sports. Jeff, with you guys being so close, you know, the top 12 competitors are really so close. A lot goes on the crew chief, you know, to be the leader of that team. Can you talk about the transition you made with Scott, how long it really took you to feel comfortable and give him the confidence that was necessary, and about building that chemistry, having that chemistry exude through the entire team?
Well, it came pretty quick for us, really. I mean, you know, I base my, you know, my optimism is based on results. And, you know, Scott came in and we did a lot of stuff to try to get ready for 2006. All of our off-season testing in 2006 went really well. I felt really good that we could go and be very competitive based on what the testing was telling me. So that immediately let me build confidence in Scott. That immediately let me know that, hey, Scott was going to get some stuff done, and it let him know that I could get it done too. So the fact that our off-season testing went well, that helped merge the thing together quickly. Beyond that, I think a lot of it boils down to respect. I think a lot of people confuse, you know, it kind of drives me nuts when I hear people say, well, my crew chief and I, we always think the same way. We're always on the same. I think that's crazy. I want to argue with Scott. You know, I want him to argue with me. I think that, you know, us pushing each other makes each other better. So we don't take things personal. We welcome arguments. We welcome disagreements. Many days, you know, our trailer is full of I think some people might walk in there, and hear my engineers and my crew chief and me talking and think, wow, they don't like each other very much. But it's just we're just talking, you know what I mean, to try to get better, and we don't take things personal. Scott's just done a damn good job. I mean, it's just that simple. He's been right on. He's been very, very. He's been really good at almost everything that he's done. He's worked hard. He's dedicated. I mean, I just have a lot of respect for him because his work ethic is so strong, and I just respect that a lot.
We'll go to Dwight and then back to Doug, and then we'll close her out. Go ahead.
Dwight Drum, RaceTake.com. Jeff, some drivers and some stick and ball players, pro players, believe that getting butterflies is a good thing to have before a race, before a big game like the World Series. And do you agree with that? And do you still get butterflies, and what's the best way to control it?
Well, I think everybody's different. I think that some people might, get energy from that. Some people might. I think everybody's different. I don't get butterflies. How do I say this? I get more intense as the race gets closer, and I start focusing more on the race. Early in my career, I think I got nervous, but now I feel like I get prepared, if that makes any sense. As the race gets closer, on Sunday morning, I'm not even thinking about the race. At 11 o'clock, I'm not even thinking about it. I want to know what time the Panthers play, because I can't do it all day. I've got to get focused at the right time. So, I don't really get butterflies anymore, but I've worked myself into a understanding when I need to get ready, and so I still, the national anthem and all that stuff is just, I don't know, that's part of the best part of the day. I mean, the jets flying over, and I mean, that's an incredible experience. Driver introductions, but I wouldn't call it butterflies. I think my preparation gets, my readiness gets better as it gets closer. Or I hope it does. It better.
Final question. Go ahead.
Hey, Jeff, Doug Turnbull, WSB Radio. It was announced this week that Shane Wilson was going to be with Clint Boyer on the 33 car and not Gil Martin. And to me, that was surprising just because of the success that Clint and Gil have achieved over the last 3 seasons. I thought maybe that his whole team they'd switch numbers essentially. But can you explain, if you know at all, what the thought process was behind that and your thoughts on that?
Well, there was a lot of conversation about that. I'll let you ask Clint that. He can answer it better. But there was a lot of conversation about it. We believe that Shane is 100% ready right now to take over and do it. He was the #1 choice all along. We looked around, to make sure that there wasn't something out there we didn't know about. But Shane was always the guy that we felt really good about being able to do the thing and do it right. The more Clint and Shane talked, the more Clint became excited about that. And, how all that got moved around is, Richard and Clint will be better answering that. But we believe that positions us to have the 4 best possible teams we can have, which is ultimately the goal. We think that Shane and Clint can work very, very well together, and we think that Gil and Casey can work really well together. I mean, there's no, Gil's done an incredible job, been in the chase the last 2 years, had a great chance, had a really good chance to win it last year. That's a solid team, and we believe that moving, putting Shane in his position will allow the 33 team to be solid really, really quickly. So we believe that it gives us the best chance to have immediate success as well as long-term success. And that's just as simple as it gets. And I mean, all the details really don't matter, but that's ultimately why the decisions were made.
Okay, Jeff, thank you. You've been very generous with your time. We appreciate it. Thank you.